What's up, everybody? Renfail here. Welcome back to another Cyberpunk 2077 video, and we are now firmly entrenched in the 2.0 update that dropped yesterday on the 21st, ahead of the Phantom Liberty launch, which is coming on the 26th. Now, I'm playing on the Xbox Series X, and I have a million things going on, and I forget a lot of the fine details about what's new in Cyberpunk 2077 with the 2.0 upgrade. And while you can obviously experience things in the game and get up to speed there, there's actually a really cool way when you're on the loading screen here on the Xbox. On the top right, way up there in the top right, you're going to see a button that says 2.0, and then it tells you to click the right thumbstick button. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it brings up this really cool quick guide on all of the new things that have come to 2.0. Now, I've got individual guides around all of these things individually, so make sure to check them out on the playlist as we go through with my Netrunner Tech Stealth build. But in the meantime, let's just give a quick overview here to get everybody up to speed with all of the changes that have happened in Update 2.0. First and foremost, unleash your inner road rage. You can now shoot vehicles and activate cyberware from the comfort of your own vehicles. And we've seen a lot of videos covering this, a lot of videos previewing this in the streams, the red streams, the Nightwire, all the promotional material. They've shown some really cool stuff. Certain cars and vehicles have their own weapon types. You can use melee weapons with motorcycles. There's a lot of really cool stuff going here. Use quick hacks to tamper with enemies' brakes and steering, set off alarms, or just blow them up. And if all else fails, ram into them or make a quick exit by leaping or sliding out. But watch out for rides that come with their own mounted weapons, or score your own. So that's something that's important because not all vehicles have weapons, but some do. And you can't do melee combat from the vehicles, but you can from the motorcycles, which is really cool. Because a katana on a motorcycle, like, are we John Wicking things? We're totally John Wicking things. Next up is become Night City's most wanted criminal. Night City's law enforcers have upped their game investigating crimes you commit and patrolling the streets. I've not actually experienced this yet, but I've seen some videos on it, and it's basically, I would say it's kind of more like what you saw in like maybe Grand Theft Auto or even Red Dead Redemption 2 did this very well, where anytime you do anything, the cops are going to show up. And here it says whether it's the NCPD in Haywood or Bargast in Dogtown, the police are going to set up roadblocks, give chase in their vehicles, and be much harder to shake off. And if you cross the line, you'll get a personal visit from MaxTac. And that's something I think a lot of people have been sort of excited to see, because MaxTac, you know, you see them in the very beginning of the game. I've got a video I think I just recorded yesterday called "Welcome to Night City," where it's when you're doing the ride with Jackie and he's driving and you're just sort of taking in all the sights and you get attacked, and then there's this police roadblock, right? And then after the roadblock, as you're driving through this city, you actually see MaxTac taking out some dudes at a stoplight at an intersection. It's like, ooh, crap, hope we never run afoul of them. And you can run afoul of them with the 2.0 update, which is really, really cool. Survival of the Fittest How You Up perks got a whole lot more badass. You can now dismember enemies with heavy weapons, which they previewed a ton in yesterday's live stream on the red stream, like the beheading and shooting off of limbs and stuff. It's crazy. You can do it with heavy weapons. You can throw bodies, dash through the air while shooting, perform new finisher attacks, deflect bullets, and more. Install new cyberware, queue in stock, deadly quick hack combos without any cooldowns now. Don't like a perk? Sell it. Experiment and redefine your playstyle. This is probably the number one biggest change to 2.0 is the new perks system. And we've shown that in the live streams from yesterday and today, and also in some of the videos. But I've got a whole other series and guide on the new skills and perks. But essentially, they've redesigned this from the ground up, and it is absolutely amazing. I much prefer this method over the old method. They've put a lot of polish into the game now, and it shows. Says here, put your skills to the ultimate test. Say no more. increase your capacity with a brand new system. The more you level up, the more you can equip. Discover, rework, rebalanced, and never before seen hybrid cyberware. I read that wrong. Feeling vulnerable without Chrome? Not to worry. New armor is attached to cyberware itself. Now armor, excuse me. So they've gotten rid of armor on clothing completely. So clothing is now 100% cosmetic. It's only there for you to adjust the look and feel of your V. Everything else is attached to cyberware now, and there's a whole new cyberware system which is really in depth. They've previewed this a lot in their streams and everything else, but if you haven't seen those, don't worry, you'll figure it out when you get in the game. It's really, really, really good. Also, so here, higher stakes encounters and premier interactions. Night City has never felt more alive. Police and law enforcement now react to aggressive behavior with gangers and ordinary citizens and patrol within crowds of pedestrians and traffics. Enemies are also more dangerous in groups, adapting to V's difficulty level by using more special abilities, quick hacks, and grenades. So this is directly related to the experience that you want to have in Night City. So if you're playing on the easy mode, the enemies are going to use fewer special abilities, fewer quick hacks, and fewer grenades. The higher the difficulty that you put the game at, the more quick hacks, special abilities, grenades, and things that they're going to use. So if you just want a simple storyline-based experience, play the game on easy mode. But apart from that, you can adjust the difficulty as you see fit. Now, I can say that because I played the first time on the PS4 when it first launched like 3 years ago, and I played on easy mode because I just wanted the story, and I do that every single time I play a game. I do story mode first, and then I do harder difficulty. This time around, I'm playing on normal difficulty out the gate, and I've got to say that so far, if you're slow and methodic and play strategically, with all of the new quick hacks and the new weapon system and all the new cyberware system and everything else that's in the game now, it feels completely different. And normal mode, which I thought was, challenging in the first game, actually kind of feels like easy mode with all of the new changes. And they've talked about this in some of the streams, I think especially in yesterday's Red stream to celebrate the launch of 2.0. They were talking about how some of the abilities, if you have the right combos and you do the right things and you slow it down and you play methodically, some of the abilities will actually feel a little OP because you're using them strategically. And that's the key here, is that if you take your time, you can feel very powerful with all of the new perks and cyberware and everything else. But if you just want to go guns blazing and charge in and blow everything up, that can be a little crazy because you'll get overwhelmed by enemies. The cops will come. You got all these different gangs that can get involved, and the fights can get very intense and very big, but it's still very rewarding when you do it. So that is the essentially how you can access this from the menu if you need a refresher on all the things that are new in Cyberpunk 2077 2.0. In the top right, just click that RS button and that'll bring it up. I don't know what it is on mouse and keyboard. I'm playing on the Xbox Series X, so that's how I do it from the Xbox. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 11. Check out the full playlist in the links below. And of course, if you're a new member, check out all the member videos we have here on the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, everybody, stay safe and happy gaming, chooms.